Welcome to the channel, welcome to the vlog. This is Car Connection. The season is changing, leaves are starting to fall, and it's a whopping like 70 degrees here in Houston, Texas. And it's what, December, oh boy, 20th? Hey guys, so welcome to the vlog. I wanted to talk, boy, I don't even know where to start with this one. So what I'm noticing, with some of the EV cars I've been purchasing recently, it seems to be very politicized for some reason. I'm discovering that after purchasing specific EV vehicles, I'm noticing a lot of the comments on my vlogs very, very politicized. And as I started doing a little research, I started to figure out, okay, I could see why people are looking at it that way. There's a lot of big push around the green agenda, all these incentives, all these EPA restrictions are coming down, i.e., Hellcat going away because of some of these restrictions and mandates by the government. And again, as I started doing some research, I started to see, okay, I could see some people's point of view. And I'm going to just share you my point of view, and I hope this might ruffle some feathers, right? I just want choice. I think as a consumer, you should have the opportunity to choose if you want to drive a combustion car, ICE vehicle, which I thoroughly enjoy, by the way. If you want to drive a hybrid or an EV. I don't think the government should get involved, again, personal belief, around specific mandates or agendas to push a specific product or service. I think as a consumer, you should just have choice. And I think the auto industry should produce cars, both ICE or again, EV or hybrids, and let the customer choose, right? It shouldn't be pushed. So that's where I'm at. I want you guys to know that's where I'm at. I know that will also potentially bring some big comments, and I appreciate your view. Please comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, where you're at. But I just want people to have choice regardless of the car. And I also don't believe that things should be pushed or mandated by the government. And let the auto industry choose what they want to put out there, and let the end user, the consumer, choose if the product they're putting out there has a hunger by the consumer to purchase. And that's it. And let them compete and see what happens, right? But I don't think one should be pushed over the other. But I want to also just share with you guys my setup, what I have here at the house. Get a lot of questions around the EV cars, my EVs charge up. I get some comments around, yeah, you bought an EV car, but you're still relying on the grid, which is made of fossil fuels. And because you're using fossil fuels to power your EV car, technically you're not being, call it clean or green. And part of my decisions to buy these cars, it's not necessarily about being green. I choose these cars because I want these cars. Because they're an EV, that's an added plus for me. I'm chasing the car, how fast they are, the enjoyment, the quietness, how much power they have. Like, there's all these other features and benefits that I'm looking for the car. And it being green is an added value, but that's not the reason why I purchased the car. If you followed my channel, you will notice I've had Camaro ZL11LEs, love the car, GT500s. Why did I pick those cars? I got into those cars because I had choice, and that's what I wanted to do. It had nothing to do with all these other things that are being brought up. However, going back, not getting sidetracked around, well, you're charging your cars. Well, I'm gonna share with you guys the cars I drive today. And I'm also going to share with you the current infrastructure I have on charging them. And I'm also going to answer some questions around, I have this Tesla, call it supercharger, but it's not the supercharger, guys. It's just a hub that I bought on Facebook Marketplace. Like when you go to the superchargers, Tesla has their own infrastructure. It's not that. It's just a skeleton of that piece that I have in my car, in my house. It's almost like having an old gas pump. All right. So let's just go. I'm gonna go quick down the line real quick. It won't take long. I'm gonna stop with the whole, it's not politicized, but it's weird how people are like, it gets crazy, guys. It's like, well, Porsche doesn't know how to build EVs, and Tesla is just cheap plastic and shit cars, and Porsche is much better. And then you get Porsche guys jumping on the forum. Why did Porsche even build a Porsche EV? They should have stuck to their roots. It's crazy. Like, it's wild, man. People got some crazy, crazy views instead of like, hey, dude, it's just a car. Let people have choice. Let people enjoy their cars. It's just, it's wild to me, man. All right, I'm gonna turn this camera around. I'm gonna show you guys what we drive today and just a quick highlighter of my total infrastructure. I do wanna add real quick, the way my cars are charged is I charge them at night. That's the first thing I just wanna share with that. The reason I charge them at night is because today I'm with the current power company that has what we call free nights. And what that basically means is any energy you use to power your cars or your home or whatever, anything after 9 o'clock to I think 9 in the morning, it's free. And I charge everything at night. I charge my EV cars, and I'm gonna share with you guys my Tesla Powerwalls. I charge those up at night too. And then during the day, meaning anything after 9 a.m. to 8:59 p.m., they charge you a kilowatt rate, and I think it's around 21 cents or 24 cents. And you could see, like, is it free? Because typically right now in Texas, you could probably get a rate of around 12 cents, maybe 13 cents, give or take for a year, fixed. But with this plan, it's at night, it's free, but during the day, if you use any power, you're charged at 23, 24 cents per kilowatt, which is double of the going rate. So technically, is it free? I don't think so. However, for me, technically it is. And the reason why is because at night, I also charge my power walls. And I have 2 power walls that act as a backup to my home to power my home. But at the same time, I also have solar panels. I have 36 panels on the top of my roof. And so if my house is lacking power because it's not getting enough from the power walls, it uses a solar system that I have in my house to power the house during the day. So I rarely, if ever, use any energy during the day at all from my local energy provider. And at night, I do use them after 9 p.m., but it's okay because, again, it is free at night. And because I never use it during the day at that 24, 23 cent kilowatt, I'm using my solar panel and my power walls. I'm technically getting, if you guys get it, I think you guys get it. But let me turn it around real quick. So I'll start with the Tesla Model S Plaid 2023. I don't have to talk too much about Tesla. I think most of you guys know it. Some of you guys are really haters about it. I enjoy the car. I think the car is amazing. When I compare them, does a Porsche have a little better refinement? Does the fit and finish is better? Yes. But for each his own, right? I've enjoyed the Porsche Taycan. I've enjoyed the Audi. I've enjoyed a bunch of different cars. And this is another car that I'm enjoying. And it's different. And yeah, it's not as refined as Porsche. But believe it or not, Tesla has gotten so much better. When I looked at my whole car when I purchased it, there was no gap paneling, everything lined up. I have no rattles or anything going on. Everything on the inside is pretty solid. The car is more minimalist inside, and a lot of people don't like that, but I don't think that's cheap. That's just a simplicity of how Porsche does it. They have Alcantara in the roof, what's not leather, they call like leatherette, right? So I think the car is fairly refined compared to maybe 2-3 years ago. They've gotten so much better, but people still hold that old talking point for the new product, and it's gotten so much better. Are they Porsche? They're not, guys, right? But also Porsche's been around for 100 plus years, and Tesla's been around for 20 years. So you got to cut these guys some slack at the end of the day. So car gets about 350 miles. I do charge it also for level 2, which is this over here. This thing charges this car at around 44 miles an hour. And this is the piece that everybody keeps talking about again. It's not real, guys. It's just a hub. See? But I have it as kind of as a placeholder there. I think it looks cool. But it's not a real charger, guys. All right? So that's that. Then we have my wife's Rivian, R1S Rivian. This thing gets about 325 mile range. Again, both cars full EVs. What I can tell you about this car, again, It's probably one of the best SUVs that we've ever owned. It probably is. I don't think it is. It's actually the best SUV we ever owned. We love it. It drives great. It's very comfortable. The EV range is more than enough. Has a nice big front, good leg room in the third row. I mean, it's just the right vehicle. Again, might not fit everybody's profile. If you're looking to tow something, you know, EVs are probably not the best. They lose a lot of range. But if you're doing like a lot of daily commutes and you don't plan on driving like over 300 miles every single day, these cars tend to work. So again, Rivian, I also charge my Rivian with the Tesla level 2 charger. However, if you come over here, I do use an adapter. And I'm trying to remember where I bought it, but it's called the Tesla Tap Mini 60 in case you guys want to know. And you guys it connects to the Tesla. This is an adapter, and then it goes right into your JJ172. I forgot what it's called. You guys know. You guys are correct me. All right, so that's that. Then I still have my Volt. This is a hybrid. This car will run on just electricity for about 40 miles, and then the gas engine kicks in if you go over 40 miles. Not 40 miles an hour, 40-mile range on just electricity. Once you get past that, then the generator, it's a generator actually, that kicks in that then powers or fuels the electrical components in here to power your car. And so it's a great car, and I'm holding on to it. And I'm probably going to sell it probably in February of next year when the market gets a little bit more aggressive. Typically, February or March, people get their tax returns. And that's probably when I'm going to list it for sale so I can get at least what I got back on it. I think, I think I paid like 12 or 13K on it. I'm hoping to get very close to that. But ultimately, this will sell. So again, I got my Chevy Volt Hybrid. These are the two power walls that I was telling you guys. And again, what these do is they work off of the solar system. And what happens is each one of these can house enough energy, literally these two power walls, that if you had a full power outage, these two could probably power your home for like 2-3 days continuous. Now, there's some things that you can do to extend that by maybe turning off your AC units. And that means your refrigerator, all your lights, your internet, everything will work, and things will probably last maybe 5-7 days without power. But what's interesting about these power walls is you can fill them up two ways. Through our solar system, which is through the sun, which will fill these up, or you can just fill them up through the grid. And so sometimes what I do, or most of the times what I do at night, these things start to deplete, and sometimes they'll last all night where I'll never have to use the grid at all because there's enough juice in here. Where these deplete a lot quicker is during the summer. Summer creates more demand, and so these power walls get depleted a lot quicker on the usage that you have because I have two AC units and it's really pumping. I set them for about 74 degrees, 73 degrees, a lot of consumption, and it will use up the power walls. So what's cool about the product I have right now, or the energy provider, is that after 9 o'clock, like I mentioned earlier, power is free. And so what I'm doing is I charge these power walls up at night, plus my electric cars if they need to. I typically charge these electric cars only once a week, if that. Again, 350 miles, 320 some miles. It takes us about a week to get close to that. And then I just refill them up once a week, basically. So again, that's the power walls. What else can I share with you? And you guys saw my level 2 charger, which is also connected to the solar system. So my cars, again, are powered by the solar system or power walls. I rarely use the grid. So I just want to put that out there because a lot of people are saying you're driving EVs, but you're using fossil fuels. And I'm not trying to defend that, right? I think most people that drive EVs don't have this setup and are actually using fossil fuels to power their EV car. That's a true statement. And that's pretty much the setup. And again, let's see if I can walk over here and maybe show you guys the panels. You might be able to see some of them. Tesla Model Y. So the inverters, everything. So I don't know if you guys can see the panels up there. They're kind of hidden. All right, let me zoom in. So there you go. And there's some right there, and then there's some on the back. It's about, again, 36 solar panels of, I think they're like 300 watts each. I think. I'm not sure, guys. But at the end of the day, there you go, guys. That's my setup. A lot of you guys have been asking questions around it. You know, please comment down below. We'd love to know your thoughts, comments. And The last thing I'll end with is towards the end of the year. I don't know if I'm going to post something now. So I know I'll post probably something at the new year just to kind of just appreciate the folks. We're up to about, I think, 2,700 subscribers. Really appreciate the support. Really love a lot of you guys tuning in the comments. Again, it's a small channel. This is a hobby of mine, and really enjoy the comments. It gets a little hot and heavy sometimes in the comments, and totally get it. People are very passionate on their views. I just ask that if we can all just try to be a little cordial and don't be so over the top, would really appreciate it. But really love to know your thoughts and your comments. Please comment down below. And please stay tuned. Car Connections. Peace.